What's up guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I'm going to make an attempt to fix the overheating issue of this graphics card. So this is the Asus TUF RX5700 XT OC edition, and this is a well-known card or graphics card because of its overheating fiasco. So if you are here, probably you're also one of those unlucky consumers who apparently purchased this graphics card and wasn't also aware that this got an overheating issue, and for some reason did not get the chance to return it to the store after discovering the issue as well. So I am actually very new to the PC building hobby, and I never had an idea that this is a defective lineup of graphics card. Had I known, I could have just, purchased a different card to avoid headaches because of its issues. So I actually got this GPU back in June of 2020. And during those times, Manila, where I am currently residing, went on a hard lockdown restrictions due to COVID-19 pandemic, and I was not able to return this immediately to the store where I bought this card, as we were not allowed to go out of our houses during those times. Since I can no longer return this GPU to the store, I actually tried to explore different options to somewhat reduce the temperature stats of this graphics card, such as removing the glass cover of my PC. That's to provide better airflow, and I also tried to tweak the settings of the graphics card itself using the Asus Radeon software, or also known as undervolting. Apparently, since I am using an ultra-wide 1440p high refresh rate monitor, the alternative that I'm doing are still not enough to prevent the overheating issues. My computer keeps on restarting, or the applications are crashing after my GPU hits more than 100 degrees Celsius temperature. So here in this video, I'm going to make an attempt to fix this overheating issue by installing an AIO, or all-in-one water cooling system that is designed for the graphics card. Okay, so let's go. Now, before we proceed, I would like to set your expectation that this is going to be a very long video, because I would like to show you the actual process of removing the parts of this graphics card, and how am I going to replace the cooling system, the built-in cooling system, which is these 3 fans here, and get it replaced using the AIO that I just mentioned. Okay, so let's go ahead guys. I'm going to show you now the AIO that we are going to use to get this fixed. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so guys, this is the AIO that I've been talking about. This is the ID Cooling Iceflow 240 VGA, and this can be mounted to your graphics card, which is in our case is the Asus TUF RX5700 XT. So after we install this to our graphics card and change the default cooling system, it is expected to have a better temperature stats or lower temperature, because since we are getting overheating issues from the card itself. Now, I got this via Lazada, so I purchased this for around 6,600 Philippine pesos, or converted to US dollars, that's around 140 bucks. And let's go ahead. If you are interested to buy this product, I'm going to share the Lazada link on the video description down below. Okay, so let's go ahead guys and unbox this. So let's take a look what's inside the box. So let's go ahead. Here we got installation guide. We have some foam covers here, so let's set that aside. And here we got the fans. I think these are RGB fans, ARGB fans, that should be mounted to your radiator. And then we have the AIO here. So let's take a look. Yeah, so this is the radiator, 240 millimeter radiator, and cooling system itself. So we have a combination of fan and water cooling here. So it is being powered by SATA. Yeah, SATA cable. And then we are using 5 volts and 3 pins for the fans itself. Okay, so let's set that aside. What else is in the box? We have 2 boxes here. So the first box contains, let's take a look. Okay, so these are the thermal pads and heat sinks as well. So there are a couple of heat sinks included in the package, which I love. We have different mounting screws and brackets as well. So what I love about it is that the mounting brackets actually includes taggings or remarks and or labels as to what is the applicable bracket to be used based on your existing graphics card. So yeah. On the other box, what we have here is the wires. Yeah, and I think this is the thermal paste as well. So we have SATA here, and we have the wires to be used to connect your fans. Yeah. And yeah, so we also have this ID cooling logo here. Now, and this is the thermal paste. Okay. Now, as you guys may see here, this is actually an ARGB supporting ARGB support type of fans, and same goes as the AIO. Now if you are using a motherboard that is supporting 12 volts and 4 pins, like on similar to my motherboard, you would need to use this. But if you are using a motherboard that is supporting 5 volts and 3 pins, there's no need for you to use this. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead now and try to get it installed in my RX5700 XT Asus TUF graphics card. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so guys, I was able to remove the graphics card out of my rig. So here's my rig, the internal case of my rig. Now the next step is to remove this default cooling system that is built into this graphics card. Now what we need to do here is just to simply remove all of the screws attached or connected on the back plate, and then I think there are 2 small connectors here, so we just have to remove that later. So basically we just have to pull these 2 connectors after we remove all of the screws. Okay, so let's go ahead guys and remove these now. Let's go. Okay, now guys, I was able to remove the default cooling system for this graphics card. So this is actually how it looks like. And please make sure to remove all of the screws attached at the back, because you would also need to remove this plate here. This is basically connected or placed like this, just like that. So you just have to remove the screws, the remaining 4 screws, to get it removed. Okay, now the next step is I am now going to attach the AIO, but first I need to clean this first. Okay, so let's go ahead guys. Okay, so guys, the next step that we'll be doing here is to put the thermal pads on the memories here. So we got 8. Now after we place the thermal pads, which is this, let me focus here. Yeah, so after we place the thermal pads, we need to put the heat sinks on top of it. So these are the heat sinks. Okay, so let's go. Now guys, based in the manual inside the box, It says here that the applicable bracket that we should be using for our RX5700 XT lineup is the 53.3 millimeter. So this is it. So let's go ahead guys and try it. Okay, so guys, everything went well so far. I just used this 53.3 by 53.3 millimeter mounting bracket to get it installed to my Asus TUF RX5700 XT as instructed on the manual. So this is what the manual says. Now this is actually how it looks like after the modification. And the next step is now I need to get the fans attached to the radiator before I get it installed to my PC case. Okay, so let me go ahead and just, you know, get it screwed, and then afterwards let me try to go ahead and get it installed in my rig. Okay, so let's go guys. Okay, so guys, I was able to get it successfully installed in my graphics card, and this is the final look of our Asus TUF RX5700 XT after we modified the cooling system. Okay, so as you guys may notice on the top, I decided to remove the backplate because I noticed that the backplate is actually attached to the air cooling system or on the fans that was originally installed in this card. Now since we get it replaced by this ID cooling AIO, the backplate keeps on wobbling regardless if we are going to get it screwed or not. So it will keep on wobbling since it needs to be attached on the original cooling system. Okay, now let's go ahead and try to check the performance comparison in terms of monitoring the temperature of this graphics card. Okay, so let's go guys. Okay, so guys, this is now the performance comparison between the stock cooling system of Asus TUF RX5700 XT versus the ID cooling AIO 240 that we just installed in it. So in general, this is what these are the changes that I noticed. For the GPU temperature, this is on idle status, by the way. So from 50 it dropped to 41. Okay, and then for the junction temperature, from 50 it dropped to 42 as well. For memory, it stays the same, and I think some of it only had just incremental decrease. So from 60, same 60. VRAM temperature, from 45 it dropped to 38. 49, 50, 51, 51 as well. Okay, now that's on idle status. Let us go ahead and try to run some games here. I am currently using a monitor that is running a 1440p resolution and at 144 Hz. So I am expecting that there will be a spike of temperature after we play some games. Okay, so I will maximize all of the settings and see if there will be changes on the temperature stats of this graphics card. So let's go guys. Okay, so guys, I just actually played some games here for about an hour, and this is now the result. So as we guys may see here, let's start with the GPU temperature. So from 76, now it dropped to 60. So this is the current, and this is the this one is the previous. So from 76 it dropped to 60. Next is for the junction temperature. From 89 at max, it dropped to 72 only. For the memory temperature, from 92 it dropped to 82. For VRAM, GPU VRAM temperature, from 77 it dropped to 61, so that's a big drop. Next is from memory one again, 67 dropped to 63, and from 66 it dropped to 61 at max. Okay, so actually guys, these are good numbers, and it only proves that these cooling system, the ID cooling VGA 240, is really effective for to fix the overheating issue of our Asus TUF RX5700 XT. Okay, so let us go ahead guys and give you my feedback and recommendation for this cooling system. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so guys, let's wrap up the video by giving you my recommendation, feedback, and rating for this product, focusing on Iceflow 240 VGA. So this is the ID cooling. Okay, now as for my rating, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10, and mainly because it managed to address the overheating issue of my defective graphics card, which is the Asus TUF RX5700 XT. Okay, second thing that I love about this product actually are the included remarks and labels on the parts and screws or and brackets applicable for your graphics card. So it really helps me a lot, and the instruction is pretty much straightforward. And to be honest, at first I really thought that I would need a professional assistance to get this installed into my graphics card, but when I take a look at the step-by-step procedure, this is pretty much very easy, and yeah, it is actually intuitive. So I don't think that the consumers would have a hard time to get this installed in your graphics card. Okay, now let's go ahead and proceed with my recommendation for this product. Now guys, as for my recommendation, I would not recommend for you guys to purchase this Asus TUF RX5700 XT graphics card. If you are out in the market looking for a decent graphics card, please look for other lineup of graphics card instead. Try to explore Nvidia, or if you're an AMD fan, or if you're a Radeon fan, try to look for other brands that is that offers the same lineup or RX5700 XT, but not this specific product. Okay, try to look for something else. Another thing, if you are an Asus TUF fan and you would still want to purchase this, and you would like to somewhat address the overheating issue by just buying this as well, I would not recommend for you to do that as well. And that is because if we're going to sum up all of the money that I spent for this, technically I should be able to buy a 2080 Ti Nvidia graphics card at that price point. So I really would not recommend for you guys to buy this if you're out in the market looking for a decent lineup of graphics card. Okay, now if you are or if apparently you are the same or you're caught up on the same situation as I am, wherein you purchased this card and you can no longer return this for some reason, I would really recommend for you to get this to avoid the overheating issues and to avoid your graphics card getting throttled, and that way it would address the overheating issues, application crashings, and sudden restarts of your rig. So yeah, that's it. Okay, now again guys, if you are interested to get this product, I am going to share the Lazada link on the video description down below. Okay, so I think that's everything that I can share about this video. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments or suggestions, please comment down as well. Do not forget, hit like and subscribe guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. I do hope that you guys are having a good one. See you around guys. Bye bye.